Man, I'm just happy it's Friday, man, because this week has been so busy, man. It's ridiculous. I'm ready for the weekend. Are you?
Yeah, man, me too. I am ready to, I don't know how much relaxing I'm gonna do.
Right.
I thought this would be a chill weekend, but it looks like some things came up, so might get to chill out Sunday. We'll see.
Some things came up. I hope it's good stuff.
Oh yeah, good stuff, good stuff, good
Oh, good.
stuff. And last weekend I went to Bluffton,
Mm.
and
How was that?
that was a lot of fun, man. That was my first time in 2 years actually
Wow.
doing anything as far as promotion with my like in-person promotions with my book. And
Yeah.
then I was on the author panel, so I got to speak a little bit about my writing and my books, and it was really dope, man. I did finally put the video on TikTok
Good.
because I'd already put it on Instagram, but I forgot not everybody's on Instagram.
Right. Like me.
But at least if you don't have TikTok, you could still look at the video. You don't have to actually create an account.
Exactly.
Like,
Yeah.
cause I didn't know, like, the video I sent you, I didn't know that Instagram start doing that now.
Some bullshit, man. I
Yeah.
hate them. I swear to God, I hate them. Like, I don't know why they do that. I know why they do it. Let me take it
Yeah.
back. I know why they do it. I don't like it.
Yeah, they want people to.
Because yeah, they want you to sign up and like they don't already have information on you because of they have access to like your friend's contact information and all that stuff. So they don't need you to have an account.
Yeah, and it's Facebook, so 9 times out of 10, the people who are trying to look at something on Instagram already have a Facebook.
Right. Exactly. So I mean, I don't know. It's that lock in. I think they were worrying about like people going from one platform to another. So if you go from one to the other, they want you to have both and not just one.
Yeah.
It's all right. I mean, they got to make those metrics for the quarter because it seems like this tapering off, right? Like with all that stuff that happened last year with that whistleblower, she
Oh,
came out and
yeah.
all that. They actually said in their most recent quarterly results that they lost some users for the first time in history. So wow.
Yeah, cause I didn't see the whole thing, but I heard, like, the major part about it, like, dealing with, like, kids or something like that, like,
Yeah, it's bad.
yeah, and that's very disturbing.
Pretty much.
And
Like
so people
it's
just like, "Hey."
it's kind of like how Instagram has that whole thing about image, right?
Mhm.
I look good. I want to look good as other people, and it's that
Yeah.
the FOMO. What is that? What they call it? The FOMO or
Yeah.
the envy that you
Yeah,
can't
fear of
be where
missing
people
out.
are. Yeah, going on vacation. Those influencers, people just trying to keep up, and
And
they
that's so dumb because
yeah.
Instagram started I remember that's when I had an Android, and I just kept seeing stuff
Ooh, that was
about
a long time
Instagram.
ago.
Yeah. And
Damn.
so when they finally came over to Android, I
Mhm.
was excited because Instagram was for photography.
Right.
And I probably talked about this before. I like photography and stuff like that. So it was just people sharing pictures.
Mm.
And it was pretty cool. It's like, okay, people sharing dope pictures is like, okay. And then all of a sudden, people started sharing pictures of themselves.
Right.
You follow somebody because they take some cool pictures, and next thing you know, it's a female and she's has lockers behind her. And he's like, oh, okay.
What's this about?
So you're a dancer. Wow. All right. Then they added a little 15-second thing,
Oh man.
and that's when it just went downhill. Trying to compete with Vine.
You know what I heard this week? That TikTok increased their time limit for videos to 10 minutes.
10
Yeah.
minutes?
Yeah, that face. That's what I was looking for.
Why?
Well, it's so I think it was kind of like they were trying to figure out how much bandwidth they can take. And remember, YouTube was kind of like this in the beginning.
Yeah.
At least if you were like an early user of Facebook, they would restrict you to a certain amount of time you can upload.
Mm-hmm.
and then they let you lengthen it over time. So I think it's like that. And they're like, hey, everybody's trying to copy us. Let's just copy them for more long form media. Cause I think what they're trying to do is get more advertisers. Cause you know that algorithm doesn't kick in for monetization on YouTube until it's like at a certain length of time. I think it's anything more than 8 minutes. So you got to have it. And a lot of people reshare anyway. So they're like, let's
Yeah.
get both traffic. I get it.
But that usually messes people up because people who create content, it some people it helps, but people who
Mm,
create content now they're being forced to extend, like with the Instagram thing, it went from 15 seconds and you had these people putting
hmm.
together these skits that were 15 seconds.
Yep.
Then it jumped to 60 seconds and then it was just like, oh man, we got more time now.
Ooh,
Like, do we keep
just,
doing these 15
yeah,
second
they
videos
just
or try
keep
to
doing it.
do, yeah. Then it turned to IGTV, which is gone now. I didn't know that
Oh,
until,
thank God.
yeah,
I did. That was stupid. I mean, maybe they were trying out and see about the technology. I see. Here's what I think that happened because IGTV was, and correct me if I'm wrong, it was before Facebook Watch.
I think so. Yeah,
So I think that they were trying it out there, and that was the wrong platform for it. And they
yeah,
were like, let's make it more long form media over here in Facebook Watch because it's. I mean, once Facebook bought Instagram, the same company anyway, so they just got to move product managers over to another team. So
yeah.
easy.
That makes sense because I think, I mean, I'm just guessing more people are on Facebook desktop than on Instagram desktop.
I would think so.
Yeah, because
I
it's,
don't think many people use Instagram on desktop unless they like maybe like creeps or something. I don't know. Okay, I take that back. Maybe it's like the content creators that are doing the content
yeah.
uploading and all that, you know?
Because I'm trying to figure out, and I
Like a
need to
dude
ask
just
people that go
scrolling,
live on Instagram, like, do y'all? Because it looks to me like they're using a laptop or something
probably.
because they're able to check the comments and all of that, and it doesn't look like they're doing this,
Oh
trying to
yeah,
check the
like
comment.
Amadou.
Yeah,
What's this? Huh?
and so actually, well, they may have multiple devices. Who knows? I'm gonna have to ask
Hey,
somebody.
I got 3 with me right now, so that's possible.
See, and that's something else I said I was gonna do. I'm gonna jump on do an Instagram live.
Okay.
I mean,
Okay. You
hey,
gotta share it to Facebook too, because I don't have Instagram, so I
oh
don't
yeah,
want to feel left out.
dang, I didn't want to share it. I'll
FOMO.
figure it out.
It's FOMO.
Yeah, I'll figure it out. I don't even know what I'm gonna do. I just said I'd do it. I agreed to do it. So
Mm,
I
mm,
mean, we think about this now.
mm.
We have to push ourselves out of our comfort zones and do different things.
Do we have to?
We have to. Okay, this is what most may consider a hobby,
Right,
but we're not trying to just keep it as a hobby.
right.
We want this thing to grow and expand. And so,
Exponentially.
yeah.
Yeah,
And
like
so
that.
we're not going to go anywhere if we just keep doing the same things. Now we're on camera. Something you neither I wanted to do, but it's like, hey man, why not?
Fuck it. Why not? Yeah. Look, I mean, as long as I figured out the lighting situation, I have all these freaking lights in here, and every last camera I use, it was terrible. But the iPad was like, hey, make the black guy look decent. I got all those freaking lights. I bought lighting kits. I'm like, oh my gosh. So I use it for grilling in the dark
Hey, I
illumination.
need to get some lights for night grilling.
It's
That's
rough,
why I like the
man.
time of day that we're shooting right now because it still gets dark early, but I just got the windows open, the blinds open, and that's my light.
That's it. Yep. I feel you. Well, let's get started, man. Let's
All
do it.
right.
This is a Maveric Podcast Network production.
I don't wanna wait, I don't wanna say.
Welcome back to the Backyard Pitmasters podcast. My name is Charlie Maverick, and I am here with my co-host today, Terrance P. Elmore from the Brown Sugar Cafe. Give it up!
What's happening, man? What's happening?
Blessed and highly favored, man. Glad to be here on this Friday, ready for the weekend. Got this
Ready?
warm weather out here.
Yeah.
Are you chilly? You got a hoodie on. Are you chilly?
Nah, man. This is something I'm in the house, man. Look, I can relate to when people say things about teenagers and hoodies and stuff. And I'm just like, there's nothing wrong with that.
Hey, look, I walk around with a house coat on top of like regular clothes. What am I saying? It's a house coat. I don't use it like a robe and just walk around like fresh out the shower, which was your Twitter handle at one point. But
It's my
I'm just
personal
saying.
Instagram too.
Yeah, I'm just saying, if it get chilly, I don't want to be here like with a full-on outdoors jacket on.
Hey, I love hoodies, man.
I feel you. I do
Yeah,
too.
but
I got that
I just
Patriot
went out
hoodie
and go
ready.
to the gym earlier, and I don't know. I just kept it on when I came in the house. It feels nice in here.
Why not, man? Why not?
You know, here in
What's
South
on the
Carolina,
front?
like it's huh?
What's on the front?
Oh, this old school, man. This is Nautica.
Oh, snap.
Yeah,
Oh man.
this used to be, man. This used to be my my hoodie I would put on whenever I got on the plane.
Hey man.
This is like anytime I boarded the plane, this was my hoodie. I mean, it's been a long time since I've been on a plane, obviously, but this was my hoodie, and
Yeah.
I got a fatigue hat that I would put on, and that would be my travel gear.
You look like you was about to be deployed.
Hey,
Did anybody ever stop you and say thank you for your service because you had a
no,
fatigue
man.
hat on? All right, that's cool. That would have been awkward. Like, you're welcome. Can I help you with your
Yeah, because it's
bags?
official too. I got it from the Army surplus store. I
Oh,
didn't get it
okay.
from
I remember back then, like fatigues were like really popular in the 90s. You remember that? Like
Oh yeah,
everybody
shoot,
wanted
it's
to
still
have the
popular for me,
fatigues.
man. I never
Oh
left it.
man,
I
that's
never.
great. You remember the Tech 9 boots from back in the 90s?
Yeah, I hated those boots
Yeah, I did too.
because I mean my foot was always big, and I'm just like I don't need anything.
Make it like clown feet.
Yeah, it's like that's
Mhm.
not gonna work for me. I was wearing a size 12 when I was 12.
Right? I felt
Yeah.
like my foot shrunk a little bit. Either that or Nike was inflating my self-ego, you know what I'm saying? It just felt like when I got 20, it just went down from I was a size 13. I was like, how the hell I go back to 11? A whole dude, I don't know.
Wow, I'm still a 13. I'm still the 13 holding on.
I don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe I aged too early. I don't know. So I don't know, man. I didn't peak in high school, but it feels like my feet did. Oh, so back here on the Pitmaster podcast. The
Yes.
last time we were talking, we were talking to Nate and Chastity, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Man,
Daddy's Girl Bakery.
it feels like time has passed so quickly since we last talked.
Yeah, that was I really enjoyed that. That was a that was a good show, man.
That was good. I think
Yeah.
they have fun. I think they really
Yeah.
have fun on that one.
Yeah, man. That was a good one.
Yeah. We got to get them back on. And I posted, I posted something to Facebook. And then Daryl was like, he ready for round 2.
Okay, okay.
All right. So
Yeah,
got to make
we
that
gotta
happen.
find out how things are going.
Exactly. Well, we got Jeffrey Boyd ready. And we got another Jeffrey that is from Grill and Smoke Barbecue.
Okay, okay.
He's ready to come on. We got to figure out a time. I mean, we got people. Shoot, we still got Benjamin Bullman from the West Coast. We got to talk to him this year.
Oh,
See what's going
yeah.
on the West Coast. He likes tri-tip a lot, man. That's his thing. Every which away.
Every which way.
Every which away.
Man, speaking of Jeffrey Boyd, those thick cup chops, man.
Man, let me tell you.
Because you know I told you when I used to eat pork chops were my go-to.
Hell yeah.
I mean, that's probably why I stopped eating pork. Cause I mean,
Because you had too much.
yay, every week it was either smothered, fried,
Right.
breaded and
Mm-hmm.
fried,
Mm-hmm.
um, in the oven,
Yep.
pork chop sandwich with
With some
pork chop with
mayonnaise.
some rice, some gravy, and it was always on sale. Always, it was always like a
Always on
two
sale.
for one family pack. I should have known then. So. And bacon, pork chop, and bacon were my
Hey,
main things.
bacon's my bacon. Bacon will always be up there in my heart. I tried turkey bacon. It ain't it. Ain't gonna
No,
work.
hey, but Walmart or Sam's Choice has one that's good. Is
Mm-mm. It's
those
still
other
turkey
ones
bacon,
taste like
dude.
paper?
No, but no.
It's
See, it ain't that it tastes like paper. It ain't bacon. It need the fat rendering that bacon.
yeah,
It's
but it's a different form of meat, man. It's
what do you
texture
call it
wise
bacon?
and
It's like Canadians. Why do you call Canadian bacon? It's like a round piece of ham. You know what I mean? What's
hey, different
that?
different cultures do different things, man.
The first time I tried to get me some Canadian bacon, I was like, I like Canadian maple syrup. They got to do bacon well. Going in there, it's like, yeah, you want some Canadian bacon on the side? I think it was at IHOP, either IHOP or Perkins, and I was like, yes, I will, and tell the Mountie to bring it to me. So they brought it to me. I'm like, what is this? This is not bacon. I cannot get jiggy with this shit. They were like, this is Canadian bacon. What is that about? I don't know.
Yo, the
I was like,
first,
hey, could you
yeah,
come take this shit?
you
No,
like
no.
this is a ham.
It's ham. It's ham. It's circular ham. They took a cookie cutter, a piece of freaking ham, like the it must have been like the deli slices, the thick one, and they took the cookie cutter and like you and made a circle. That's not bacon, man. It's not even from the same part that they get bacon
No,
from. I'm just
no. I used to like that
irritates me.
Canadian bacon because I used to like ham too. But I used to make a mean ham, man. I tell you,
Sound like
I
you want to
always
come
bring
back.
this up.
Come back.
Hey, that little freezer orange juice,
Yes, the
and it was
one
like
in
some
the
honey.
cylinder.
Yeah, and some honey and some other stuff. I can't remember where I found that recipe from, but you
Brown
talk
sugar too,
about the
man.
glaze across the top.
Ooh,
Ooh.
Lord. Mm, mm. Mm. I tell you, that makes me want a ham now. Jesus. So, recently, and we've been having this conversation on the text message thread about doing like these the ribs
Yeah,
since we're on this pork topic, and yeah, so looking for a long time how to replicate the whole Chinese takeout ribs, the spare ribs, right? Years and years. Lo and behold, we had a conversation with Jeffrey Boyd in the text. I was like, how did I not put that together that this is possibly a candidate to try out? And then I tried it. I was like, ooh. Then I tried some others that were supposed to be more authentic.
yeah.
Oh man, I don't know that the what
Which
is it called? Capital. I gotta find the title. Capital something. That wing sauce, the
yeah. Oh, I
mumbo
remember.
sauce.
Yeah,
Oh man,
I gotta get a hold of that. I really want to put that on some wings.
let me see if I can find the name of it real quick because I know he sent it. Yeah, it was. I want to say Capital One.
No, what's in your cabinet?
Hey man, that thing's serious though. I'm telling you. Pick
The
it up from
bottle.
any grocery
Anytime you
store.
see something that comes in a bottle like that, and the
It's
marketing
serious.
is just this is our name, and we're gonna tell you what's in there. You know it's good.
Mm,
They didn't
it
do a
sure
whole bunch of
is.
fancy designs and different stuff like that. Just like, hey,
Give me the label. Let the taste speak for itself. It,
exactly. You
it's
know it's
perfect.
good.
It's perfect because it's about $6, some change. It comes in that bottle, like a squeeze bottle that Pitmasters kind of uses, glaze up everything and all
Mhm.
that. Has a nice simple label on it, and man, speaks for itself. It's in a plastic bottle, so you don't have to worry about breaking in the buggy, taking it out, the car, rolling. You know, some people live on the hills and the downslope, and they up the back of their SUV and then bloop, bloop. You know, they don't have that net in there. That happened to me before, man. I had to chase a ketchup bottle, a round Heinz ketchup bottle. Had to chase it before the car. I'm not going back to the store. I'm not going to risk my life to save this bottle, but I just don't want to go back to the store. I had to rescue it. Yeah. But it's great, man. The taste is awesome. Jeffrey said you could put this shit on everything. I believe so. Because I've
I
also
haven't even
used
have it
it,
yet, and I believe it.
dude. I used it as a substitute for sweet and sour sauce, sweet and sour chicken. Legit.
Yeah, I got to find me some. I got some people up in that area, and I got, hey, when y'all coming back down to South Carolina? As a matter of fact, hmm, got somebody going to Atlanta this weekend. Let me, hey, will you be able to stop by stop by a store?
Y'all don't have it there?
I didn't see it.
Oh wow.
So, but
It's
that doesn't mean
interesting.
we don't have it. I just didn't
That's
see it.
true.
Um,
You went to Walmart?
yeah,
Well, they should be. If it's a Walmart, I would think it's like, I mean,
but
we're in the
then
same region, right?
but then
So,
sometimes Walmart with their stocking, I
mm,
really, to be honest, I feel like sometimes the people they have stocking just don't feel like putting stuff up. And
I
because you see all
agree.
these boxes just in the aisle, and you like, well, what's in these boxes? And sometimes nobody's on the aisle with the boxes.
Oh man. Or you get the other extreme. Apparently, they got this one black dude that's assigned to like stocking nothing but bread. And every time I go in there and this dude is stocking bread, like he's short, he's black, he got like long braid, like dreads, and he does not like his job. I try to be like, give the head nod, like, hey, he don't want no parts of that. Like if I ask him for help finding something, he's nice and all. He ain't no a
Yeah.
hole, but the dude don't want to be there, man.
Hey, he might be in the zone, man. That might be his.
He don't got no what zone? He don't have no headset zone. This dude,
That's why he got to
the,
be in the zone.
the
It's
way the
like they
dude
won't even
look,
let me wear my headset, man. That's
dude look like he's
folk.
waiting for a slip and fall.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, but yeah, I get it. This I thought it would be more, but it's also the pandemic. It's weird. I don't know, supply
Yeah.
chain thing, because some stores don't have what they used to have, and it might just because the delivery hasn't gotten there yet. But yeah, that sauce is the shit, man. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, I'm gonna figure that out. I'm gonna try it out.
You can do it. You could.
Try it out.
Matter of fact, hell, if it comes worse, the worst, I'm gonna mail you some.
This must really be the truth, man. He
I
said,
mean, I think it's on Amazon though, so I don't know.
I didn't even check Amazon.
Yeah, I think it's on Amazon.
Okay,
If I remember the name, Capital something. I gotta remember that. But
I
black owned
got it in the
business,
thread. Don't worry,
good. Black
I
owned
got that
business,
marked.
good
Marked,
stuff.
yeah. Because I went in there like the next morning, and like I said, I went in there and I was looking, and I was just like, man, I'm seeing a whole bunch of other sauces I might want to try, but that's not what I'm looking for.
I feel you, man. I was looking for years. I tried to do the hoisin sauce thing. The only thing I would say, if you're trying to make it taste just like takeout, is you put a little bit of Chinese five spice. That's the only thing that's missing.
Okay,
Just a little
okay.
bit. Just a little bit. A little bit goes a long way. Maybe a little bit of sesame oil. And that's it. I put that thing directly over the fire. I was supposed to record this, but There's a lot of stuff moving around and recording at night. It wasn't
Hey,
working.
no, that day, hey,
I, I promise y'all, I'm gonna do it the next time. Didn't happen. No, but it was easy, man. All I did was take the spare rib, cut it into a St. Louis cut, like take the tip off, then cut it into edge of individual ribs. Take the tip and cut it into kind of uniformed pieces, like if it was boneless rib,
okay,
and cooked it over the hot coals, lump charcoal. Because you cut it individually, that means that it cooks faster. So this total
hmm
cook time was probably 45 minutes, if that.
oh,
Had
okay,
had the Weber kettle screaming hot with the coals on one side, had them raised up over the coals a little bit because I had like a warming rack on both sides. I had them
okay,
sitting
okay,
over, and I basted it twice. It's really important that you baste it or marinate it. Either way, because you want that you don't want it to be a glaze. You want it to be kind of really integrated into the meat. So you want it to have exposure for a little bit. So you can do it like a mop sauce in a way,
okay.
and that'll get you. And then you can do the final glaze when you take it off. Like, man, back and forth. Get you a nice cool side on the grill so you can manage well. Dog. Get a little char on it. Man, I'm telling you, that is the quickest rack of ribs that went in this household in the last few years. I promise to God.
Man, I'm. Did you at least take pictures? I mean, I understand the video part,
I think I
but
did.
okay,
I don't know if it was posting worry, but I think I did. Hold on. I
okay,
think I did.
okay.
I would assume I did. Hold on. You're about to make me out a liar. I don't think I did, man. Ooh, it did not back up if I did. No, I did not. Shame on
Well,
me.
hey, that really
Um,
lets you know how good it was.
I got more opportunity, I'll tell you that. It's so cost effective too, because April loves the ribs, and it's really hit or miss at the Chinese restaurant because they might
Mhm.
have good ones, they might have really fatty ones, and you never know, and they cost a lot. So you get you a nice rack of ribs. If you ain't ready to cook the whole rack, cut them up individually, bag them up for another day, put them in the freezer, take them out, season them up, throw them on the grill. It takes less than an hour. I mean, as long as it's above 100 and what 60 and it's tender, psh, you're good.
That used to be my go-to too. Them little, oh man, yeah, man,
Little riblets.
yeah. Used to love those, man.
Yeah,
I
man.
was like, man, why is this so red, but tastes so good?
That food coloring is something. It does something
What?
to you, doesn't it? I remember that food coloring from like you remember the old Chinese restaurants that you used to
Mhm.
sit down, and they had like the red tablecloth everywhere. It was
Yep.
like really really dark in there, so it had to be bright outside, so the sun everything looked red. Go in there, you get your the stuff off the buffet or off the menu. You're like, so the ribs are red. Dang, is that blood? Like the first time you saw it, was like,
Yeah.
dang, is that something
Like
still bleeding?
the Chinatown in Somerville, the older one,
Yeah,
the
old
one
one.
that used to be po folks. That
Yes,
one. Yeah.
yes, sir. That
Yeah.
one.
And
Mm.
then they had a big fire, and then all of a sudden they came back bigger and better. I was just like, wow, that's interesting.
I wonder if that was insurance.
Yeah. I mean it's came back grand.
Mm,
I mean, it made you
I bet
feel
it
like,
did.
wow, okay.
Let me upgrade you. Let's set fire to this.
Hey.
Hey, you gotta do what you gotta do.
Hey.
I'm not an arson investigator.
This is very weird, man. This is
Suspect.
because I remember when it burned out, everybody was like, oh man. Oh, a couple of months rolled by. It's like, oh, okay, they're rebuilding. Wow, this is actually bigger than the old building. Wow, okay.
Are you talking about the? Make sure we talk about the same one. Are you talking about the one on Main Street?
Yep.
And was it by um was it by a pawn shop or
Yep.
something?
One of them pawn shops. I can't remember.
Right across the street from Lowe's, right?
Yeah. It was the Cash
That's the
America
one.
pawn.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Here's the funny thing. I remember I remember the old one. Oh my god. And I remember the first time I actually went into the new one because it was early 2000s. I remember that. And I remember just like it was yesterday because I was ready to go in there. I was kind of like when I pulled up, I'm like, damn,
Yeah,
this thing is big.
yeah,
There's not a lot of room for parking. I'm
never
okay.
was.
Found some parking, and I remember going in the first time. I was playing Justin Timberlake "Sexy Back."
God, dog.
I tore up that buffet though. I ain't gonna lie. I tore that buffet up. All the chicken was gone. All of it was gone. All the ribs was
Yeah, that
gone.
was a good buffet, man.
Mm,
Something about a Chinese buffet. I don't know about these days, but
no, and no,
yeah,
not these days. No, I tried it in Atlanta. Few and far between. Pandemic probably killed the rest of them.
dang, yeah.
I actually, I actually drove by a pretty decently known. It ain't great, but it was like really popular buffet during the pandemic. Full. I'm like, you guys want to die? All right.
Hey, there's a place that's pretty popular too that or like you say, around the pandemic, it was still full. Now that was the best that I've ever had. It's a spot called Jasmine's, and everything
Mm,
was just clean, fresh. They even had like a separate bar with like buffet bar with like sushi, and the sushi was good.
I like that.
And I was
Mm.
just like, yeah. I mean, they have crawfish. Oh man,
Oh, I'll
yeah.
throw down, man.
I
I'll throw
wouldn't go there
down.
now. I'm
No.
just, nah.
What we learned through the pandemic is like maybe we need not to do buffets.
But
Man,
there's
I went into a restaurant the other day and they ain't wearing no face mask. So I'm like, oh, Firehouse Subs, love them.
oh yeah, they're
It's
not
all
doing it
over.
anymore in restaurants.
Nope,
But think
they
there's
should.
a dang, is
All
it
right.
Captain George in Myrtle Beach? They have like crab legs on the bar and all that. Um,
And I know Calabash does.
that one too,
Which
but
one?
I think Captain George is the name of it's better. But
Yeah,
it's huge too. But I'll send you the
is
information
that the
later.
one that's
But
shaped like a boat,
no,
shaped like a regular building?
yeah.
Uh, that's not the one I went to because I think like a jokey ass pirate
I
when
think I
I
went to
was
the one that was
outside
shaped
the
like
one
a
I
boat,
went to.
but um, I know some people who went there during kind of like the pandemic, and they said that they just kind of had the lines kind of structured, and you had to put on gloves before you like dip the stuff out or whatever. And I'm like, well, why didn't they have gloves and stuff before? This makes sense. I mean,
Jesus Christ, people! I swear, common sense. I tell you, is not.
yeah, because the thing about
It's
going
like,
to a buffet is
mm,
everybody's using the same scooping thing, and everybody's hands is on it. So if you
mm,
get something, it's try to get
mm,
something that you don't have to use your own hands or after you fix your plate. It's just too much.
mm. I used to be a buffet guy, but no,
Yeah,
no,
me too.
no,
Not
no,
no more.
not anymore, not anymore. Oh man, but I
Golden
tell you what, I
Corral was
am.
cool when
Who's Golden Corrals? No, Golden Corral
listen,
was
man, you
not
didn't let me
cool.
finish.
Hey, oh, okay, my bad.
Okay. It was cool for those steaks because
Yeah, they were good.
yeah, I would just keep going back.
Yeah,
It
they were
was
good.
that was the thing with the steaks.
Yeah, the prime
You
rib.
got
You
you
mean?
somebody back there who really knew how to do them steaks,
Yeah, man.
game over. And then those fell off.
Yeah,
We used to stay at Golden Corral when I was in college, man, because I mean, where you
yeah.
go get some steaks, no matter what, to get several pieces of steak and some others and sides for $10.
Hey, you remember Ryan's? Yeah.
Yes.
So tell me if you did this. Because this is what happened like every at least one Sunday a month when I was in college. So there was a church that used to pick us up and they used to take us to church and they used to have like they used to take everybody to Ryan's. That's why we really went, by the way. Love you, God, but we was hungry. Um, and we used to play a trick on people that would go to the restroom. And when they came back, the like 30 seconds later, you hear the happy birthday. We're so glad you came.
Yeah, I used to hate that, man.
Did you do that?
No, I had it done to me before, and I'm just looking like, come on, man.
I would hold everything. I'm like, y'all ain't getting me today unless I want some free dessert. It's always at the awkward time. Like you spill something on yourself and you went to the restroom to wipe it off and you come back and you like, oh,
When I had it done to me, I didn't even go to the bathroom. I just had a trip to the bar, and by the time I came back, I guess the server came by and checked on everybody. And it was like, yeah, it's his birthday, and I was just like, she came. I was like, what is? Nah, man, come on, y'all, come on, y'all.
Did they at least give you a good pastry?
I don't even remember. It was this. I was just ready to go.
It's like, yo, assholes, man. I wasn't ready for
Yeah, I
this.
should have been like, hey, it's not. Whoa! It's not my birthday. It's not my birthday. Yeah, so y'all can stop. Wait.
Then everybody that came out was like, oh, we did this for nothing again. Damn it. Somebody vet this shit. Tell them to show their license or something next time. I wonder if they do that now, especially because of the pandemic. They were like,
some places you have to show your license on. That probably where that came from. Because some
Yeah.
places, when it's your birthday,
Yeah.
man, they give you something free, like something that you really want.
Yes.
And
Yes,
so some
really
places
nice.
like, "Hey, can I see your ID?" And I think that probably came from somebody like, "Hey, man, you've been here 3 months in a row. It's not your birthday still. Come on, sir."
Yo. All right. So before we start talking about the main thing, I was notorious for this one thing. I feel bad for this, but I was young. Captain D's had a birthday list, a mailing list, and whenever your birthday come around, you get like a free like the whole platter, like the big platter.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Killed it. They cut it off. I showed up the third time. They called bullshit. We're like, did you? Is that you? I was like, yeah. Don't you work across the street? No. Yes, you do. How do you know that? We saw you drive over here. You work across the street, sir. Damn it. All right. No. All right. So it's my cousin's birthday. I'll just here get for it says your name. All right. Then I tried to go to other locations and yeah. You got to show proof now.
I still get my little birthday thing from Hyman's.
Man,
Every
damn.
time my birthday roll around. Now they ask you to show them your email and your license.
They ain't playing.
At first, I mean, and then they have to write something on the receipt or whatever, and then they have to go back and confirm and
There's a
then come
text
back.
right off.
Yeah, and I'm just like, because you sign up for the thing or whatever. So I'm thinking people probably was just saying it was their birthday, because before you just show the waitress or whatever, and it's cool.
Yeah.
But now, can I see your license, please? And they're just like, God, dog, man.
But taking out their tip, you know,
all for a free meal. I mean,
hey, that he might have got that creme brulee and that. It was like, hey, that's supposed to be $20 right there.
Yeah, because it was an entree at first, just an entree. Now it's $20, and then they give you time. Like I think, like it's like 2 weeks. I think a week before and a week after your birthday, and then if you don't go, or a week before, I think a week leading up to your birthday, and if you don't go before then, you still have the rest of the month. But then after your birthday, it's only $10.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
But those hush puppies have been slacking lately, though. I don't know.
I mean, I'm not. I think I ate too much hush puppies. Gilligan's had my favorite hush puppies, but there's no Gilligan's around here, so yeah, I feel sad now.
I think it's only two left. Is the one in Latin still open?
That there should be. So there should be 3. Unless there's
the one
another one I don't know
we
about.
went there.
That's still open.
Well, shoot, we went there about 2 years ago.
I think downtown is still open. The one in Latson don't close. That might be my favorite because it's a big ass parking lot.
It does.
It's never crowded.
The one in Goose Creek got a nice parking lot, but it's so weird.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Well, for one, it's weird to get there. Yeah,
right.
Yeah, got to go through a secret path to get to. You can
I
see it
forget
from
what
the road, but you can't just turn to it.
I forget what used to be there before that Gilligan's, but yeah, it was like I think it was a bank or something. I can't remember. Long time
There's a
ago.
bank. Yeah, I know there's a bank still over on the other side.
Yeah, I remember that one. That was a First Federal something. Yeah, man. I miss my good old hush puppies. The shit ain't like that no more. Oh well. Oh well. But hey, it's warming up outside.
Yes.
People are about to crank up the grill,
Oh yes. We never
and
stopped, but
of course, I mean, I mean, some people are like, "Oh, my grill's buried in snow. I can't do it." Well, I get it, man. You get a pass, but it's warming up. All that's melting, and people getting out doing the cookout things,
yeah.
tailgating at baseball games. Eventually, I don't know why, but people do that. And they're probably going to tailgate at some of the NCAA tournament stuff since the world's opening up.
Yeah.
I mean, this is sporting events, concerts opening up, and guess what? We had this talk earlier. I ain't gonna generalize it in the category that I had before, but I'm gonna say this is maybe the second most popular food in America, and is second to pizza, I think. Just because the Ninja Turtles just made pizza so popular. I mean, just saying, who doesn't like pizza? Even people that have gluten problems like pizza. And if you like pizza, you probably like burgers.
Yes.
Burgers run America. Pizza and burgers run America. Now, there's different type of burgers that we're going to talk about today, so it's not all inclusive. There is some nuance to it, and we're going to go through a couple of different type of burgers and maybe how to grill them, how we like them, and maybe some techniques. So, with the type of burgers that we usually cook, do you usually get like ground beef, make your own patties, or do you take a easier way out and get some like frozen burgers?
Um, it just depends on who I'm cooking for. If it's um if it's just us or man, sometimes it doesn't even matter if it's just us. But
Convenience.
if we're doing beef,
Hmm.
I prefer like the Bubba.
All right. All right. So
That's
let's start there. Let's take
yeah,
care
I
of
prefer
Bubba.
those
I
because
love Bubba.
they're good. I mean, they have different type of flavors.
They do.
Um, it's convenient and they're juicy.
They are. I tried other burgers. I tried the I think it's Kitchen Gourmet or something like that. I tried some, and not to knock Walmart. Walmart has actually stepped Sam's Choice. They actually stepped their
Oh
game up.
yeah, especially that Angus
Um,
one.
yeah, but
Yeah,
nothing hits like Bubba.
no,
Nothing hits like Bubba. I tell you, if you can cook a little bit, you can make a Bubba burger.
yeah,
But there's some things you got to know when you're cooking a frozen burger, even if it ain't a Bubba burger. So we're going to go through that because you remember the stories I told you about
yeah.
the company cookouts. You got look, you can't show up. And hey, it's been a more than that. I've been at some black people cookout. Just throw it on there, fire hot, take it off on this hockey puck. Listen, people, burgers. All right, so let's go through how to properly cook a burger, a frozen burger. All right. So you heat up the grill. That you heat up the grill, all that. Yeah. But what do you got to do? There's a couple of different ways. So, how I like to do it is I always like two zone cooking, right? I want a hot side, cool side. I put the burger patty. Make sure the grill's hot enough to do this. So you start indirect, kind of like a reverse sear steak, but it ain't that long. I just want to thaw that thing out enough so I can start seasoning it. Seasoning. Worcestershire sauce will be your best friend.
Yeah.
It help the seasoning bind to the slightly defrosted patty after it gets in contact with the grill, right? Salt, pepper is also your friend. You don't have to go crazy with it, but you have to season it. Now you're asking, oh my gosh, well, it's frozen. I'm seasoning it. How do I get both sides? Easy. Flip it over.
Yeah. Yeah.
Season it the same way. It's going to defrost on that side. You'll have enough integrity from the melted side, the defrosted side, that it's going to hold together. And then when you get both of those, then you put it on the hot side and get that char going. And sometimes you take it off, let it breathe, put it back on. You don't have to let it burn all the time, the whole way through. Be easy with it. Treat it like a steak. It's beef. And take it off before it turns into a hockey puck. I like the I'm saying, like, if it starts to shrink, you might have did the wrong thing. If
Yeah.
it starts to bubble up too much in the center, that's a thick burger. You probably did the wrong thing. You got to take it slow, then speed it up. Now, how do you like to cook yours?
I go fast and hot. I've never thought about what you said, kind of start it off and let it kind of thaw out some. Um, I just go ahead and put them down. And I told you before, sometimes I'll even go ahead and season the side that I'm about to put down
Mhm.
because the ice, I don't know what it does, but sometimes that if you get a good seasoning on there, not too much, but that ice will hold the seasoning
Yes.
on there.
Mm-hmm.
And so I do that, and then while that's going, I put seasoning on the other side, and then I flip it, put that Worcestershire on it,
That's right.
flip it again, don't flip it too much, but I make sure that it's done, not overcooked.
Not
And
overcooked.
then my cousin put me on to another trick. Now this is when you really have time.
Okay.
Um, Before they're like actually done, take
Mm-hmm.
them off, and then you wrap them up, and then you put them in the oven and let them finish off in the oven. Dog, you talking about juicy? Now the only thing is, you can't call yourself trying to heat it up the next day because it's not.
It ain't the same.
You won't have that same juiciness. But
No.
if you have time before they're done, take them off, wrap them up, put them in the oven for a little bit, let them finish off in the oven. Dog, I'm telling you.
Hmm. Interesting.
Yeah. Now that's
Now,
just
you
if it's just y'all, now you got a bunch of people hungry, yeah.
see, I thought about other people that have pellet grills and all that. They don't have the same type of searing capability that we
Mhm.
would have on other grills, right? So I did a little test, and I had a whole pack of Bubba burgers. And I was like, what if I had to make other stuff during whatever event, and I needed to cook burgers, but I don't have time to be like standing over the fire tending them, right?
Mhm.
What if I was to put this into the vertical smoker, which if you have a pellet grill, you have indirect mostly, and you just have that deflector anyway. So it's about the same thing. And then you just let it go and just treat it, season it just like we talked about, flip it and season, make sure you season it. And how well does it come out, Terrance? Terrance, dog, blew my mind. Look, I didn't know, excuse me. I didn't know that if I was to put this in the smoker rack
Yeah.
and just have a little bit of hickory and cherry go in this thing, keep it about 350 and just let it roll. I thought at one point, I'm like, what if me keeping it on this rack and it's like a really away from the heat? What if it starts to do like that thing that we don't want, and it starts to melt too much and the patty starts to sink?
Yeah. Yeah.
Didn't do that though. So you got to have it as hot as you can, but not too cool, I guess, or not too hot because you're in the smoker anyway. So you probably get about 350, the ambient temperature around the grate is probably gonna be closer to 4 anyway.
Yeah.
So you just let that thing roll. I took it out. It had like a nice pink color to it because it was smoked. Took it out, gave it to April. Everything was a smoke ring until you bit like deep into it. Dog,
Man, that sound good, man. You
dog, man. I've never had a Bubba burger like that in my life. I put
so
this stuff in the air fryer and everything. You can't go wrong with Bubba burgers, man.
no, you can't. So do you like cheese on your burger?
Absolutely.
Do you like to put it on there before you take it off, or do you like to, let
It
it melt or
depends.
whatever, or do you like to just after you pull them off, just throw them on there cold?
Never cold.
Never cold.
Uh, the only time I would like it cold, or not like it, but have it cold cheese on there is if I have lettuce, tomato, and other stuff that's already cold. If
Gotcha.
there's nothing else cold on there, I don't want the cheese cold because I'm like, ugh, cold dairy.
Yeah,
That's the only
you're
thing.
right. You're right. Because now I'm thinking
Yeah.
about it. That's the only time I have it cold too when I got lettuce and tomato. But if I just
Hmm.
got bread, yeah, I'm gonna need to
Hot
melt this cheese.
melted. That's right.
I'm gonna need to melt this cheese a little bit.
That's right. You got to melt the cheese if you can. I mean, people make smash burgers. People make all that. Melt the cheese. You always melt the cheese. Primarily, my two go tos. My first go to on any burger, no matter if it's frozen, if it's beef, if it's turkey, if it's I don't care what else ground. Probably gonna be pepper jack, and after that, American.
Now, I used to be a pepper jack, Swiss,
Mm.
sometimes provolone, but there is a brand of cheeses. I think it's Tillamook. I think that's how you pronounce it.
Tillamook, Tillamook, Tillamook.
I think so. It has they have a white cheddar sharp cheese.
Mm.
Dog. So when the pandemic first started,
Mm.
we
Never
found
heard of
out
it.
about this brand because we went to what's the place? Harris Teeter. And everything was gone pretty much. The
Oh yeah,
bread,
damn,
all the cheese. And we
damn.
saw this brand of cheese and we were like, well, we need some cheese. So we got the cheese. We just actually got like the regular cheddar cheese. And that's the best cheese that I've had from like a
Really?
store. Yeah.
Is
I
it on the
mean,
block or sliced?
it's sliced.
Ah, wow, that's
And
pretty
they're
good
and
then.
they're reasonable size slice too. They're not thin, they're not too thick. And then we decided to try the white cheddar, the sharp cheddar, the white sharp
Mhm.
cheddar, and try that on some burgers. And boy, that's our go-to whenever we do burgers, no matter what.
Really,
If we doing turkey burgers or if we doing beef burgers, we get that cheese.
man. Yeah, cheese is a thing. So the frozen burgers out the way. We got that. That's cool. You got your party ready. Cook in bulk. Convenient. You don't have
Yeah.
to prep much. Toss them on there. Do the other stuff. Now, when you have that those guests that have that appetite for fresh burgers, and there's a there's a version of a burger on my wife's side of the family that they call crack burgers, and my father-in-law is he makes these crack burgers and sets it
Uh-huh.
aside, and it's his ones and maybe a few others that like a little bit extra in their burger, right? And I'm talking about you take the I'll use a beef patty in this instance. So you take the beef patty, you form it a little bit, and then you go ahead and put some fresh chopped jalapeno in there. You put a little bit of bacon if you can in there. Yeah, crispy don't matter. You know the fat from the beef is gonna keep it juicy and it's gonna
Yeah.
add some more flavor. If you like pork, that is. Um, Onions. Um, if you get a little funky, you put a little cube cheese in there throughout, and then you kind of take the two patties, the thin patties, and you put them together and circle them up, and it's all stuffed. You can either do that or just put them all in the mix and just fully portioned out and make the patty that way. You might like it a little bit stuffed because when you bite into it, you won't have the
Yeah.
stuff falling out of the burger. When you have it in the center, you have a little bit of, you know, a little padding on the outside, a little crispiness. And then when you get inside, that's when you hit those ingredients. I love them things, man. It don't matter what grill you cook it on, propane, I don't know, inside the George Foreman. Please don't use the George Foreman. But man, it's so good.
I've never thought about. I've done like the shredded cheese, but not cubed. And cubed
Yes.
sound like a better time, man. You put a couple of pieces of one time, the same cousin I was telling you about who told me about the wrapping the burgers and putting them in the oven. We tried some shrimp
Mm.
inside with a little bit of cheese and stuff, and
Ooh.
it turned out pretty good. Probably should have used some bigger shrimp,
Ah.
but we were just trying it out. But
What size
it
shrimp did you use?
man, medium.
It seems like it would have been fine.
I'm no, because when I got over there, they had already started. So I personally would have probably did like some extra large and
Chopped
put
it
it
up.
in. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man, yeah. Chop it up. I didn't even
Yeah.
think about that.
You just have the little shrimp curl up in there.
Yeah, that's what it was because we did like the little,
Oh.
put them and you close it off and one of that like that bite in the middle,
Surf
and
and
it was
turf.
good. It was just like maybe should have used more, either more shrimp or bigger pieces.
Hmm. Yeah, I think if you chop it up, like that jumbo shrimp, I think if you chop it up, put like 4 little pieces in the quadrants. There you go.
Hey,
You
yeah.
have the surface area with the same shrimp.
Man, now you got me wondering. Yeah, I'm gonna try some stuff now, man.
I'm very obsessive compulsive about stuff like that. Like I will sit there for 10 minutes and think of how can I get this portion correctly. Then it clicks. I'm like, oh, let me just cut it up.
I I, I think when and then it depends on how you season the shrimp too,
It does. Yeah.
because and how long you cook it, because sometimes you can overcook shrimp,
Oh, definitely. Easily.
and yeah, that adds to the flavor too. So you probably want to kind of, I don't know, like do you want to gamble with putting it in there raw?
Yes. Now here's the thing. Why? And but here's the drawback to it. If you put it in there raw, and this was me thinking of what I made before doing a partially ground shrimp. If you put it in there raw, what and here's the thing. There's a few different variations. You put in there raw seasoned. Put in there raw seasoned might give you a better result after than put it in just raw by itself. There's going to be moisture that comes from the shrimp, right?
Yeah,
And that could possibly alter the texture of the burger and the how done it gets in certain spots because it has to account for that heat, right?
yep,
So I'm thinking as you maybe sear it real quick on the grill, then chop it up, season and everything, chop it up real evenly or whatever,
yeah,
disperse
yeah.
it, then put it in that burger. Then you can cook it as fast as you want. So I don't think the shrimp is going to overcook if you do that because the fat in that burger is going to keep it moist, right?
Gotcha. Yeah,
Yeah. So I wouldn't do it raw. I wouldn't do that. I did that
yeah,
before in something else, and it felt too fishy. You know what I mean?
yeah. I
It was
got
like
you.
it was like I wanted to taste the shrimp in a
Like an
part. I didn't.
accent. Yeah.
Yes, I didn't want the shrimp to dominate the entire thing. Everything tasted like shrimp.
Got you, got
Like
you, got
this is
you,
not what I want.
got you.
Yeah, so I would definitely try that. Or I mean, you can even do the ones that are already pre-cooked. Man, that'll save you.
Mm-mm.
You
No.
could. You could.
I mean, you could.
And if you're in a pinch, you could. If you got the George
Uh,
Foreman, you could. Some people just got the George Foreman, man,
Yeah.
in the backyard. You know the standing one? It was like, yeah. They say you can cook inside with it, just standing out there, like just
Yeah, I
cooking.
saw that. I don't know anybody who actually has one, but I'm just like,
I did, but yeah, that was a
how was
failed
that?
attempt. I mean, it's stupid. I mean, if you're outside anyway, just get a regular.
That's what
It
I
was
was
like
thinking too. Like, what was the the
it's
purpose?
versatile. It's supposed to be versatile. You take it from inside or outside, so that could be or travel. Hey, look, George
I
Foreman.
can understand travel. I can understand travel. I can even understand in the house. But why are you taking it outside? On your
They ain't had
balcony or
enough money,
deck,
man. They ain't had enough money. that's all. That's all they had, man. They didn't get their tax refund.
man. How much
They don't
is
know any better.
how much is a grill, man? You can get a little grill
That George
anywhere from
Foreman costs just as
17
much.
to $25. Okay, roll it. I've had plenty of great meals off one of those little cheap grills.
Yeah, I'm
So
telling you, man.
you gonna pay more for a George Foreman grill
They
than
had that
something
thing
you
on
could do in the
QVC,
house
man.
just to say you outside.
But it was on QV. It was a QVC special.
And them
Chef
things don't
David
really
was
be
in the
special.
kitchen.
Some things that'd be the regular price. And then if you buy it now,
Hell yeah.
nice.
Then they inflate the price, throw in some accessories, and I ain't asked for that.
Right.
Well, I need a cover for it. It's inside. What?
And no disrespect to the George Foreman because man, college I had plenty of nice burgers and
Lifesaver.
sausage dogs and hot dogs off that George Foreman. Man, it was a dude. Matter of fact, when I lived on campus, it was a dude who was selling sandwiches, burgers. He
Yes.
had the George Foreman rocket.
Hey, you, I'm gonna put. I'm a name drop right now. I'm sorry, Tony. Either Tony Middleton.
Oh yeah.
He used to do that.
Hey.
Hey, why not? Man, he was running a little food truck out his dorm.
See,
Hey,
I
why
never
not?
was that hungry or brave enough to, because I'm
I
just
wasn't
like,
either.
man,
Catch this shit on fire.
you cooking this over there by your Willie D's, man. I don't. The
You
way
get
you rinse it,
barbecue sauce on
look, there's no
it.
sink in here, so when you rinsing this, clean this I'd rather take my chances in the calf, man. I'll see y'all boy later.
Oh man. Hey, but you never know. People be like oversleeping on the weekend, especially on
Yeah,
that
that is
Sunday.
true. That is true.
They need that hookup, man.
Yeah, because matter of fact, it was nighttime. I was like, man, we could walk in. There were 2 Chinese restaurants in walking distance, even the churches. Okay. I didn't eat churches, but if that was my only option, now churches did have some good biscuits.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know what they was doing with the biscuits, but yeah.
Sprinkle some crack on them or something. It was good. That's the only reason I go there. Chicken ain't shit.
Nah.
But them biscuits, man. So, all right. We got the fresh burgers. All right. Now
Yes.
we mainly talk about beef. So how do you feel about the different variations of protein?
Um, I don't mind turkey burger.
Is it your preference? Is beef always the go-to?
No. Matter of fact, I have some ground chicken that I'm going to make some chicken burgers. I've never done these on the grill before. I used to do them on the stove back in
Mhm.
the day. Used to put like a little jerk seasoning on them or whatever.
Yeah.
And I just happened to be in the store and saw them. I was like, you know what? I've never grilled these before. Let me see what I can do with this. And then it's pretty good. I'll let you know how it turns. I might do some video. I'll at least do some pictures.
Yeah. Yeah. Do a TikTok.
Yeah, yeah, I just might.
See?
Yeah,
See? Yeah.
just
TikTok.
might. Just
That's
might.
right.
Um, turkey burgers. I like the ground turkey. There's a brand, I can't even remember the brand, but they make some patties that's already made,
Mm-hmm.
but they're like fresh patties. They're not
Does
the
it start with
frozen
a?
ones.
It's not the O. It starts with an O or something.
No, not Janie O. I don't. Her
Oh yeah,
products,
that's
I don't
right.
like them.
Yeah, they kind of flimsy.
It might be Butterball.
I love me some Butterball turkey burgers now.
Yeah, I like the box too. Now there's a box that's sweet onion something. Um,
Yep.
one
Mm-hmm.
day I got that, and we had some
Mm-hmm.
sweet onion buns, and it was too much sweet. I was like, I didn't realize that was the buns we had. It was just like I
Forget that
just
they
kept
can't be goddamn
apologizing.
sweet.
I just kept apologizing. So like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Oh, oh man.
But I
I
do the
mean,
ground
that's
turkey the
rough.
same way. Yeah, pretty much the same way I do beef.
I mean, yeah.
And I guess
So
for us,
your
if we've
chicken
had
burger is gonna be
steak
fresh, right?
recently or ground, if we had burgers or steak recently, we might
Oh,
try
okay.
to do like turkey burgers, the kind of
Yeah. Break it up.
yeah,
Yeah, breaking up the monotony. Yeah. I love me some Butterball though. Those that brand is the my favorite one because it's more like Bubba. It's like firm, thick, firm. It can take a lot.
yeah.
If you mess it up, you can't cook.
And then another thing about buying ground turkey is, the one that comes in that like a little I don't know what you call it, like a little pouch, that little
Little pouch?
the little bag, the little how like breakfast sausage comes in that little tube, like a little tube.
Oh no, I don't buy
They
nothing
have
out of
some ground turkey that comes
toothpaste.
in. Yeah, they have some ground turkey that comes in that kind of like that
Mm.
same packaging. The little two metal staples on the end.
Oh yeah, like the little ground beef tubes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
if you those make horrible burgers. They
I would
always
imagine
they
because the beef,
always fall apart.
the beef version in those packs,
Yeah.
those make horrible burgers too.
See, I've never tried those.
I
So
don't know
what
what it
is it
is.
about? Because it when you
I
read
don't
it,
know.
the lean fat ratio is the same,
I don't know. I
but
have no idea.
they always fall apart.
Every time you get the one out the tube, just use that for spaghetti or something.
Yeah, every time, because even if you do like another trick with turkey burgers, and if you got like the ground turkey, instead of using like an egg, you can use breadcrumbs, and
Yeah,
that it doesn't matter how many breadcrumbs you put in there when it come out, it's going to fall apart.
yeah.
And
I don't know what it is.
I've been the person who was grilling them, and then I go to flip, and I'm just like, oh, and I'm just like, hey, did y'all get it? Was this in the tube or was this? I was like, yeah, yeah. So we end up having to do something out with the rest of the raw ones, and I'm sitting here fighting, trying to keep it from falling. Matter of fact, because I was at my folks' house on the and, my pops has the propane,
Mhm.
so I'm trying to fight to keep it from falling down, and then I'm just like, oh my god,
See, when you deal with flaky burgers like that, and sometimes you don't know until it happens,
yeah, uh huh,
like that time. But if you know, I think the best thing to do is if you have the space after you form it, put it in the freezer for a little bit and let it set up. Maybe like 15 minutes. Let it kind of set up, and the molecules in it will tighten up.
yeah.
Yeah, so
Where were
it'll be
you when
kind
we
of
were doing this, man? That's brilliant. I
here.
never thought, I never
I
thought
was right
about,
here. It's right here.
I never thought about that before.
But you didn't know until you put it on the
Yeah,
grill. So that I
yeah.
mean, that wasn't your fault. I mean,
Because the burgers seem like it's always the last thing to come out, and I'm just really just ready to be done, because I'm just like, what is more stuff y'all bringing out here? It's like, why y'all didn't have these burgers out here before?
See, and my thing is burgers can be done at any given time, and
Mm-hmm.
then just I mean, if you're not going to have them a certain temperature inside, like if you have a frozen burger, I don't expect you to say cook that to medium. All right, no, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. This
Yeah.
is not a fresh burger. I don't know how that came out the factory, right?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know if I don't know if there's going to be a recall on those frozen burgers, but what I know is I'm gonna just give it to you. So with those, especially, and I don't know, just put them back on the grill right before you serve them. I guess that's with anything. Hot dogs too.
Yeah,
Put them
yeah.
suckers back on.
I love to do the hot dogs first, man. So I did a cookout one time and did the hot dogs first, thinking that everybody would kind of snack on the hot dogs while the food is going.
Nope.
And I just keep being asked, "Is it done yet?" And I'm like,
Mhm,
"No, the chicken is
mhm.
not done yet."
They there for the
And just kept
chicken.
asking. And then by the time I come in the house, I'm just like, everybody like, "Yeah, man, we were hungry." I was like, "So y'all didn't eat the hot dogs?" He was like, "No, we was waiting." I was like, that was the whole point of me starting with the hot dogs, so y'all could have. You don't wait for everything to get done, especially because when we throw something, I have already cooked by the time everybody gets there. I don't
Right.
say it starts at 2 and then here it is 2 o'clock. I'm lighting up the coals. Like, that's not how it's supposed to go. You supposed to get up that morning and get it started.
Yeah, you would think.
But they were telling people, and I'm just out there, everybody trying to
Just
pressure
roll
me. I
with
was
it.
just like, do y'all want half done chicken?
Back up off me.
Right.
Throw
And
some lighter fluid
I
on
was,
me.
dog, my mind was blown that all the hot dogs were sitting there on the thing. And I was just like, nobody had a, y'all didn't even get the kids a hot dog?
I'll be mad. Like y'all just had me waste food.
No, they wanted to eat the hot dogs with everything else. They wanted it all on the plate at the same
Oh,
time.
they should have. That's when you should have an agreement before people get there of we gonna eat this all at the same time. Not, I don't know,
Yeah.
man. I mean,
So now I
it's
know if I'm ever in that
the
situation
thing.
again with those group of people, I'm like, hey,
What
y'all
y'all
snack
want?
on these hot dogs until, and maybe some burgers until this chicken and this other stuff come off.
I don't know, man.
Okay.
They might scatter still until everything's done. And it was like, oh, well, we meant to, but we got busy
Well,
playing.
somebody
Was
better make a sandwich or something, man, because
It's hard
I'm
cooking
gonna
for
tell you like
family,
my
man.
uncle told me, you don't ever go anywhere hungry.
Hey, especially if you're going somewhere where somebody can't cook.
It's dang.
Uh,
But
people,
you know, my mom's side of the family, she's one of 9 kids, and so I have a bunch of cousins and stuff, and it's a lot of us. So when we would get together, like Thanksgiving and stuff, okay, it may be too much food, it
could
may
be,
be just enough, or
could be.
it just depends. But I just started, you know, after that one time that I really wasn't, I was like, mm-mm. My uncle said, "See, I always eat before I come." I was like, "Well, I'll be doing that from now on." He said, "You don't, nephew, you don't ever go anywhere hungry." And I
Nope.
think I was like 12 or 13 then. I learned ever since then. I'm going to a cookout or a little get together, anything. I'm eat first.
Damn right.
Definitely a wedding. I hate when people go to weddings
Oh Lord.
expecting to eat, and then they be all, "Man, they ain't got the food yet." I'm just like, "Well, we ate before we came."
Yeah, they still taking pictures. Oh, you ever been to a wedding before? Hmm? You ever been
Right.
there? I don't know. There have been weddings and funeral. You wait until it happens.
Yeah,
I don't know.
people come. Sometimes they just show up to eat your food and drink your drink, man.
Yeah, yeah,
The
yeah,
last few
yeah.
weddings I went to, and we'll get back on subject. Dog, the wedding itself, it wasn't that many people, but when it came reception time, that's when the people who were invited, like most of them showed up. And I was just like
Wow.
looking around, like, you know what time you was supposed to be here, but you on time for this food and this drink.
Wow. Did they have an open bar?
Yeah, yeah,
See, that's why it came for the liquor too.
yeah, yeah.
Man, I wish. Mm. I've been like Martin. Hey, you ain't put in for that. Put that down and get the step back.
Oh, and we did have are we talking about burgers? We did do some I told you about that. We did the lamb burgers.
Ooh, yes, lamb. Yes.
And those were good. They were
Mm-mm.
I enjoyed them. Um
They were a little bit gamey for.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. I mean,
yeah.
can't win them all.
I
I love
mean,
I love me
it
some
was so
lamb though.
bad. I mean, my wife was like, she like even lamb chops, she just wanna break from those too. She's like
Yeah,
it she
I
said it
feel you.
tasted like it just ran on the plate ran on the plate.
Ah, I mean, it might have been a little wingy, you know?
But it might, and I don't know what cut it was because it doesn't say.
Hmm.
But the funny thing about it is my coworker told me about it, and she said that it was actually less gamey than anything else.
Wow. Okay.
So I think with that, so when if you get something ground, you just rolling the dice.
Yeah, I mean, because they mix different
Hmm.
pieces in there, so yeah. Oh well,
Yeah, but it was
it is
really
what
good
it.
to me.
Long, as long as it's good to you. Sounds mean to say, right? But hey, look, that's when you feel like, babe, I'm about to get this lamb. I'll offer you some, but you should probably prepare to eat something else. 'Cause I'm about to go into this lamb. Like you ain't gonna keep me from eating lamb.
But yeah, I did say whenever I get it again, I'll make sure I have something else too.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
safe. That's what I do when I get sushi. I'm the only one, man.
Oh man, see, we both love sushi, man. So I
Hey,
love it, both of us. So
I'll just say it's more for me.
it's more for
That bill could be, you know how much more that bill could be if we both ate sushi?
yeah,
That high, yeah.
yeah. Oh, I know, I know.
Oh, Jesus, have mercy. Oh man. So it was good talking about the burgers, man. Y'all get out there and don't F it up, man. Season
Don't.
your burgers. Put some thought into it. It's not, don't make it look, if you like Burger King burgers, first of all, you ain't gonna replicate that at home unless you got a flame broiler. But don't make it taste like don't make it taste like it came out the frozen food section
And
of
watch for flare ups too, man.
oh
Don't.
yeah.
You gotta watch burgers, man. With that fat hits that fire, man.
Whoosh.
And then sometimes when people jack it up, that's what it is. It's
Yeah.
like you ever had a crisp, a crisp, and the inside wasn't done. One of the frozen
Oh
patties is just like, ah. So please
nope. No.
watch for your flares.
Get
Man your
kicked off the
grill.
grill. Yes.
Don't
It-
walk off.
don't walk off. No.
Don't.
I never walk off ever. Unless you have a routine and you have a safe area to where like nobody's gonna bump into something, nothing's gonna flare up. If you got something close to wicker outside, move it. Whoosh. If you got it close to like a propane tank and you got a charcoal grill, and just make sure you screw something on all the way. I'm just saying, God's sakes. But hey, watch out, man. You gotta be safe. You don't want to be out there. These people wonder why the fire department at your house. You look stupid. They be like, "Hey, what happened, Bill?" So I had to use the bathroom. What? You had burgers on the grill though. Yeah, it was flare up and burn up everything. Hmm. That's a shame. We're not going to Bill's house. He can't cook. Let's find Reggie. Reggie said he can cook. He black. Oh my God, let me stop. Yes. Woo. So let me wipe off my eyebrow. So they itch for some reason. Stop me. So it's always great to talk to you about live fire.
Yeah, always, man.
Before we go, please tell people where to find your podcast and your blog and your books.
Yes. Other than here, you can find me at the Brown Sugar Cafe podcast. I also have a blog where I post poems every Wednesday. That's the brownsugarcafe.blog. And I'm on Instagram, Facebook at the Brown Sugar Cafe. So, hit me up there. You know, got some poetry going there, man, some inspirational stuff. You might find some motivation there. You might be inspired to love yourself. Who knows? Just come through, check me out.
Word. Please do, man. Please do. Drop poems every week. Follow him. Be inspired. He's on TikTok too, by the way.
Oh yeah, I keep forgetting about him on TikTok. I just posted a
Can't
video
forget
about
about
my
TikTok.
weekend at the Gullah celebration on the authors panel.
Ooh, yes. I'm going to watch that. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. It doesn't alert me like it should. So thanks for saying that so I can go watch it.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
You want to give a shout out? Go ahead.
Shout out to my wife for creating that reel, that TikTok. I just put it up. She put it together.
Hey man, you better give creds, man. You better give creds.
Yes.
Sleeping one eye open. Better give creds.
Yeah, I have her.
That's right.
I have her profiles tagged in the pictures and stuff. So
Cool.
yeah.
Be sure to check out Terrance's stuff, all the social media verses, and buy the books. Look at the blog, leave comments, follow, subscribe, share, and everything. And as always, thank you for tuning in to the Backyard Pitmasters podcast. We love live fire and we love you, those that don't mess up food all the time. So if you want to be entertained, educated, and just have some fun talking about cooking outside, join us on the pod, listen to the pod, follow us on Good Pods, and leave us a rating on all platforms. You guys be blessed out there. It's getting hot. Turn on the AC and don't worry. They're going to jack up the power bill anyway. Trust me, they're going to do it. It doesn't matter. Just turn it off for a month and it'll still be the same price, I guarantee. But God bless.
I don't wanna wait up, I don't wanna sit.